Think your bike's got staying power? Think again. Most motorcycles fade fast, but a few became true legends, surviving decade after decade, while their rivals disappeared into museums. Today, we're counting down the 5 longest-running production motorcycles in history, machines that shaped economies, defined freedom, and refused to die. From commuter icons to touring giants, these bikes didn't just survive, they dominated generations. Let's start the countdown. Number 5. Honda CG125, 1976 to present, the global workhorse. Ever seen a bike so tough it survived the apocalypse? Meet the Honda CG125. Picture this. It's the early 70s, and Southeast Asia is exploding with development. Everyone needs transportation, and motorcycles are the answer. There's a massive problem nobody saw coming. The bikes flooding these markets are dying faster than mayflies in a bug zapper. Oil turning to thick goo in tropical heat. Air filters clogged solid with dust. Carburetors gumming up from humidity. And the worst part? Nobody knows how to fix them. That's when Honda's engineers asked one simple question. What if we built a bike that just wouldn't die? The CG125 isn't just a motorcycle. It's Honda's middle finger to Murphy's Law. That 124 cubic centimeter 4-stroke single doesn't just run, it keeps running when everything else gives up. While competitors chased horsepower numbers, Honda chased something more valuable. Reliability that borders on supernatural. They over-engineered everything. Bottom end built like a tank. Cooling designed for temperatures that would melt other bikes. Carburetor so simple a village mechanic could rebuild it with basic tools. Here's what those modest 11 horsepower don't tell you. This engine will start every morning for the next 20 years. Rain or shine, hot or cold. Whether you change the oil religiously or treat it like a neglected houseplant. From Thailand to Pakistan, from Brazil to Turkey, the CG125 conquered the world one commuter at a time. It didn't just transport people, it transformed entire economies. The CG125 proves that sometimes the best technology is technology that just works. No drama, no fuss, just nearly 50 years of getting people where they need to go. Number 4. Harley-Davidson Electra Glide, 1965 to present, the electric revolution. What happens when you take America's most iconic motorcycle and give it a superpower? You get the Electra Glide. Picture the motorcycle world in 1965. If you wanted to start your bike, you kicked it hard, sometimes for 10 minutes straight in the rain, while your date waited, probably reconsidering her life choices. Starting a motorcycle was a ritual, a test of strength, and sometimes public humiliation all rolled into one. Big bikes were the worst. Those massive V-twins required the kick of a mule and patience of a saint. Miss the compression stroke? The Kickstarter would snap back and try to break your ankle. That's when Harley dropped a bombshell that changed motorcycling forever. Electric start. Sounds simple now, right? Back then, it was like putting a rocket engine on a horse. The Electra Glide didn't just start with the push of a button. It started reliably, every single time. Suddenly, motorcycling wasn't just for young, strong riders who could kickstart a 74 cubic inch V-twin. It was for everyone. Elvis Presley didn't just own one, he collected them. Movies were made about it. Electra Glide in blue didn't just feature the bike, it made it a Hollywood star. Police departments across America adopted it as their standard patrol bike. That original 1,340 cubic centimeters V-twin didn't just power a motorcycle, it powered the American dream. Pure Milwaukee thunder, wrapped in enough chrome to blind a satellite. From the original 1965 model to today's Milwaukee 8 power plants in the Street Glide and Road Glide descendants, the Electra Glide bloodline has been America's touring backbone for 6 decades. Each generation got better brakes, better suspension, better electronics. But that essential character, that ability to eat miles in comfort while making a statement, never changed. Because sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel, you just need to make it electric. The Electra Glide opened motorcycling to riders who wanted to arrive in style, not covered in sweat from kickstarting. Number 3. Honda Super Cub, 1958 to present, the people's motorcycle. What if I told you one of the most successful motorcycles in history doesn't look like a motorcycle at all? The Honda Super Cub has been in continuous production since 1958. That's 67 years of the same basic formula, proving that when you get something right, you don't mess with it. 1,958. Post-war Japan is rebuilding, and Honda is a tiny company with big dreams. So Ichiro Honda looked at the motorcycle world and said something that sounded crazy. You're doing this all wrong. Back then, motorcycles were for enthusiasts, tough guys in leather jackets, people who didn't mind getting dirty and looking intimidating. Honda had a different vision, What if motorcycles were for everyone? What if your grandmother could ride one? What if you could commute in a business suit and arrive clean? The motorcycle industry laughed. Nobody wanted a friendly motorcycle. Honda built one anyway. That 50 cubic centimeter four-stroke engine was revolutionary. While competitors stuck with smoky, unreliable two-strokes that sounded like chainsaws, Honda went four-stroke. More power, better fuel efficiency, bulletproof reliability, and clean enough that you wouldn't arrive at work smelling like a gas station. But the real genius was in the details. Automatic clutch. No more stalling at traffic lights. Step-through design. No awkward leg swinging in a dress. Weather protection. A little fairing to keep wind and rain off. Enclosed chain. No oil stains on your clothes. Honda didn't just build a motorcycle. They built a transportation revolution. From Tokyo to Bangkok, from Lagos to Sao Paulo, the Super Cub became the world's workhorse. It didn't just transport people. It transported entire economies into the modern age. That glowing red thing on your screen? Yeah, that's the subscribe button. Hit it if you want more bikes that deliver maximum soul for minimum drama. The Super Cub made motorcycling accessible to people who never thought they could ride. Grandmothers delivering vegetables to market, businessmen commuting to the office, students getting to school. Everyone could ride a Cub. After disappearing from the US market, the Super Cub returned as the CG125. Same DNA, modern execution, proving that good ideas never really die. Sometimes the best solution isn't the most complicated one. It's the simplest one that actually works. Number 2, Harley-Davidson Sportster, 1957 to present, the rebel's choice. Meet the bike that taught America how to be cool. 1957. Rock and roll is exploding across America. James Dean is the king of cool, and Harley-Davidson is in serious trouble. Fast, nimble British bikes are flooding American shores. Triumph, BSA, Norton, they're lighter, quicker, and more exciting than anything Harley is building. American riders, especially younger ones, are abandoning Harley in droves. The writing is on the wall: adapt or die. Enter the Sportster, America's answer to everything the Brits were throwing at us. That original Ironhead V-twin wasn't just powerful, it was charismatic in a way no British bike could match. The Ironhead became the soundtrack of rebellion, the heartbeat of the counterculture movement. But here's where the Sportster really found its calling. It became the ultimate blank canvas. Want a chopper? Start with a Sportster. Want a bobber? Sportster. Cafe racer? Sportster. Flat tracker? You guessed it, Sportster. No other bike in history has spawned more customs, more dreams, more late-night garage sessions where regular guys turned wrenches and created rolling art. The Sportster became whatever its owner dreamed it could be. From the original Ironhead that ran from 1957 to 1985, to the Evolution engine that saved Harley-Davidson in 1986, to today's Revolution Max power plant, the Sportster has reinvented itself while staying true to its rebel roots. 1986 brought the Evolution engine, and suddenly the Sportster wasn't just cool, it was reliable. The engine that literally saved Harley-Davidson from bankruptcy found its perfect home in the Sportster frame. Riders could finally have their cake and eat it too. All the attitude and character of a Harley with the reliability to actually ride it every day. Today's Sportster S packs 121 horsepower and 94 foot-pounds of torque from its Revolution Max 1250T engine. The modern Nightster uses the Revolution Max 975T, producing 90 horsepower and 70 foot-pounds of torque. Both prove that the Sportster formula still works. Take a proven V-twin, wrap it in minimalist styling, and let riders make it their own. From Easy Rider to Sons of Anarchy, the Sportster has been Hollywood's go-to symbol of freedom and rebellion. It's not just a motorcycle, it's an attitude on two wheels. 68 years of production, countless customs, millions of miles. The Sportster proved that you don't need to be the biggest or most expensive to be iconic. Sometimes you just need to be real. Number 1, Royal Enfield Bullet, 1932 to present. The immortal machine. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the motorcycle that absolutely refuses to die. 93 years. Let that number roll around in your head for a minute. While empires have risen and fallen, while technology has revolutionized the world a dozen times over, the Royal Enfield Bullet has just kept going. This isn't just a production record. This is proof that some ideas are just too good to kill. 1932, the Olympia Motorcycle Show in London. The world is in the grip of the Great Depression. Royal Enfield unveiled something special, a motorcycle that would outlast the company that created it, outlast the country that built it, and outlast every trend that tried to kill it. 1948 brought the game changer. Oil-damped, swinging arm rear suspension. While everyone else was still bouncing around on rigid frames that would rattle your teeth loose, the Bullet was soaking up bumps like a magic carpet. This wasn't just better suspension. This was a glimpse into the future of motorcycle comfort. By the 1960s, the British motorcycle industry was dying. One by one, the great names were disappearing. BSA, Triumph, Norton, all struggling, all eventually failing. Royal Enfield's British operations died too, but the Bullet didn't. When the factory in Redditch closed its doors forever, the Bullet found new life in India and kept the dream alive. Sometimes the best way to survive isn't to fight the change, it's to find new soil to grow in. Today's Bullet 350 isn't just a survivor, it's a thriving testament to the power of simplicity in a complicated world. Air-cooled single-cylinder engine, basic suspension, minimal electronic. In a world obsessed with complexity, with computers controlling everything, the Bullet remains beautifully, stubbornly simple. And here's what's mind-blowing. People are buying them faster than Royal Enfield can build them. Royal Enfield sold nearly 1 million motorcycles in 2024. This isn't just nostalgia buying. This is proof that sometimes the old ways are the best ways. That distinctive thump isn't just an exhaust note, it's a heartbeat. It's the sound of 93 years of production, the sound of millions of miles, the sound of countless stories, adventures, and journeys. The Royal Enfield Bullet isn't just the longest-running motorcycle in production, it's proof that some things are just too good to kill. It's proof that simplicity beats complexity, that character beats computers, that soul beats specifications. These 5 motorcycles prove that true legends aren't made overnight. They're forged over decades of proving themselves, mile after mile, year after year. From Honda's global workhorse that changed entire economies, to Harley's electric revolution that redefined American touring. From the people's motorcycle that conquered the world with simplicity, to the rebel's choice that became the ultimate custom platform. And finally, to the immortal machine that just won't quit after 93 years of production. These bikes didn't just survive the test of time, they defined it. The Royal Enfield Bullet isn't just the longest-running motorcycle in production. It's proof that some things are just too good to kill. Still got fuel in the tank? Click the next video right here and keep the ride going. And if this countdown fired you up, smash that subscribe button and join the crew. We've got more legendary rides coming your way.